where were you in your entrepreneurial journey when you applied?
Even before applying to the residency program, I already had like two other businesses which I built using no code. I was a solopreneur and I was already probably making a decent revenue out of it. In fact, the last business that I was doing was at around 10K MRR. So I had already seen the journey of 0 to 1, but it was not scalable. I knew it was not scalable. It was a good to have kind of a journey, but if you want to probably bring like a bigger impact, you would technically have to pick up like a more painful problem and a more frequent problem. So I was already double clicking on places which wherein these two things could be fulfilled: a more painful problem and a frequent problem. And specifically to me, I had already spoken to my school friend, and both of us had already started working on an idea. When I say started working on an idea, we were already doing some manual work on Google Sheets and we were putting it out on our website on the internet. This was the stage that we were in. We were already like discussing. I mean, if I had to put it in like a really raw manner, we had two seats. We used to take daily passes. Uh, we were just trying out. We used to take daily passes for our co-working space. Uh, and we used to come to the co-working space, sit, brainstorm, do that little part, put it out on our website. And back then, our product was called something else. Our website was called something else. Our product was something else. Our revenue was everything was something else. So, but the grind was, do we have that innate ignition when we wake up that we want to go to a co-working space, spend 10 hours and work on this? So we were at this stage.
Just so that the audience gets a little bit more clarity, what was that idea initially?
Sure. So basically, after my last the tool that I built for LinkedIn personal branding, I had some money lying in my bank. I wanted to invest that, and I followed somebody who was a SEBI registered advisor, financial advisor. Uh, I really wanted to try it out because it would not essentially take a lot of my time, and I could probably make a buck out of it. Uh, I made some money and I lost some money. Uh, the overall experience was not that great. I wanted to go out there and then write about it. I could not find a place to write about it. I mean, I could not go to Google and write about that guy. I could not go, let's say, a Trust Pilot, or let's say anywhere. I mean, even in that group, I could not go and reply because that group was like a monologue group. They usually disable the chat. I mean, the participants could not write. So this is where we were doing. We were kind of building a place wherein you can review and write reviews about any financial advisors out there. So this was what we were building.
Could you walk us through what the application process was like?
So there are two ways to get into this cohort. Antler has two cohorts. Every, I mean, they have two cohorts per year, and in each cohort there are two ways to get in. The first way is going through the residency program, and the second way is basically if you already have like a team, you can apply for the teams program. So there are two pathway to it, right? The teams program is basically when you have like a technical co-founder or a GTM co-founder or a product co-founder in place, and once you have that, and you have something running on the side, the product is running, there is some early signs and you have conviction on this thing might take off, right? In the teams cohort, you can come apply as a team, and then it's like a shorter duration program. It's not like a 3-month program, which the residency program is. Uh, so you can probably get your team. It's 4 to 6 weeks kind of a program. They will walk you. I mean, the partners will come in and they'll walk, basically see if there is some there is some alignment. Is it like a viable solution wherein they could potentially invest? and they'll take them through the whole process of how they evaluate how, and there'll be a buddy, there'll be like a champion that will be assigned to you. Uh, then there'll be like the- a next level of partner, associate partner who will come in and see if at all the story makes sense. And then there will be like a pitching session and the things go ahead from there. So this is for the team's cohort. Okay. The first part, that is the residency program, which I was a part of, right? So basically, you'll have to go on Antler's website, fill a form, if and it's a very short form, so you can fill that, and if there is a fit, uh, so usually the cohort size is close to about 80 to 100, and the application is close to about 8,000 to 10,000. Uh, they kind of make it like a 1% funnel from that application. From 8,000 to 80, my cohort was close to, but I think 86 members. Okay. They try to make a cohort wherein it has tech folks, product folks, marketing folks, business folks. The idea for making such a cohort is basically if somebody is looking for a tech co-founder, they might gel and make like a team. If somebody is looking for a business, they might speak and probably figure out if at all they want to take this ahead. So they design the cohort sort of like an MBA program. Uh, so any MBA program, let's say Booth School or anybody, they basically do this activity while designing or admitting the candidates, right? They actually take like a similar approach. And then after you apply, there are two calls basically. So one is with your to be champion, and the other one is the program manager. So in our case, I mean, it was Nandini who was the program manager. She took our call, and then basically you have like a final call, and then you get the invite or the accept. Once that is done, for us it was 18th of August, 2024, if I remember it correctly, wherein we were asked to come down to Antler and you have to attend the program in person. So that is like a non-negotiable. You have to come uh, physically to the campus or the office and probably to the whole program. This is like the whole entry process. There are a lot of checks and balances that goes through. I might not be the right guy to answer what are the checks and balances that these people look for. Uh, but majorly from the people I have interacted in the cohort, I feel uh, grit is something that they look for. Conviction in one space is something. Obviously, skill has to be there. Uh, a relevant background or an experience that also makes sense. And obviously, the cohort. I mean, they have to balance like tech, non-tech, all the other folks. So, I mean, majority. I mean, if I have to do like a bird's eye view, these would be like 4 or 5 pillars.